This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here at Alternate London for the last Crescendo press conference. Delighted to be joined by Dave Coldwell. Dave, how are you?
I'm really good, thanks. Really good. Buzzing to be here. I mean, this is just a press conference. I look at the setting. Unbelievable show. Can't wait for it. So, yeah.
Look, it's been spoken about many times to yourself and anybody who knows anything about boxing about how good this card is on the 22nd of Feb. Is it the greatest card of all time?
It's the greatest card of my time. I can't speak for what came before me. But I always have, you know, when you have fond memories of the Don King days and, you know, Frank Warren shows back in the Sports Network days, before your time. But they'd have like four. Don King would have four big fights, and then the undercard would be whatever. This, when you just go through every single fight, tick, is it a main event worthy fight? Every single one. Is it a fight that you'd like, can't decide who's going to win? You know, we all have opinions on who's going to win, but nobody knows. Every fight's brilliant. And then there's the main event, and it's like, wow, this is what a show.
Excluding the top two fights, sorry, my voice has gone a bit. I know both of us voice. Right, excluding the top two fights, what is the pick of, I don't want to call it an undercard, the card?
Virgil Ortiz against Israel Madharov. And you know what? Both really good fighters, but I fancy Madharov. I think he's such a clever fighter. Obviously, we saw his performance against Crawford. But I think he's very good. He's very athletic. He punches hard. He's got that. It's going to be a great fight because Ortiz can bang. He's strong. He's you know what he's going to do. I just think the intelligence of Madharov will be the deciding factor. But again, what a great fight.
Who did you think won the first fight between Beterbiev and Bivol?
Bivol. I was there, and I was Bivol. But what I will say is, after about, I can't remember if I was sat with Callum Simpson or another one of the Sky team, and I remember after about 4, maybe 5 rounds, I said to him, I can't believe Beterbiev's not been going to the body. He hardly went to the body until late, probably about 7, 8 rounds in, and I thought that was a big factor in the first fight, because I expected him to go to the body to try and zap his movement, zap his sharpness, but he didn't. I mean, he started cashing up towards the end and dragged it in a little bit, but dragged the fight, as in made Bivol have to fight. But I think if it had started to the body earlier, it'd have been more of that sort of fight. Having said that, I do think that'll be a big factor in this fight. I think he'll go to the body earlier. But having said that, confidence is a big thing now. Even though he didn't get the win, you know, when you go in against a monster, you're a bit apprehensive about the punching power. Can you take it? Being dragged in. And I think maybe the confidence that Bivol will take from that, now knowing he can do it, because in a lot of the exchanges, he actually came out on top, which surprised me. So I think Bivol will be even more confident. I just think there's still so much more to this fight that we didn't see in the first fight, and I think a big key of that is the body punching of Beterbiev. Also, Beterbiev was coming off an injury in the first fight, coming off the knee injury, and at that age it takes a lot longer to get better, and we all thought that was a bit of a rush job to try and get him fit for that fight. So how much would he have not been able to do in that camp that he's been able to do in this camp that gives him more of an engine maybe? So it's just such a good fight.
Following what we saw with Daniel Dubois getting in the ring after Usyk Fury 2, is there a kind of bit of a trouble that he might be overlooking Joseph Parker?
Yes, you would do. You would think that, and you would say, yep, definitely with that, you know, that moment. But he's got Don Charles, and Don Charles is quite strict and will have him tuned in and focused. Having said that, how many times have we said this about fighters where they say that I'm tuned in and focused, but after the fight it comes out, oh well, they were thinking about the fight that's in front of them, the mega fight, you know. You see fighters getting beat in warm-ups because they're thinking about the bigger picture. This ain't no warm-up, you know. Joseph Parker's serious. He's got the abilities to tough it out when he has to. He's got the abilities to hit hard enough as well to get respect and to hurt Daniel. We've seen Daniel go over before, and Joseph Parker can outbox him. I think he's got better feet. I think it's a really good fight. Again, one of those. If Parker was to win, I wouldn't see it as an upset. I understand why Dubois will be the favourite because of the way that he walks straight through AJ. But Parker's really, really good, and he can box in several ways. He can adjust. Andy Lee's a fantastic coach, and Andy and Joe just seem to gel. I remember when one of the big things when Parker fought Derek. The reason why Derek was still in there is because at that point Parker he always he gave off an air of where he could fall apart, and it looked like he'd start, he'd have success. He was beating Derek, but there'd be little seconds and moments where it looked like he could unravel at any moment. But then he'd go back to the corner, have a chat with Andy Lee, and Andy'd almost like do a great job on him psychologically, and he'd come out again full of beans and back on his game. It's that kind of relationship sometimes you need with a coach to get the best out of you, but also when things are tough, and it's going to get tough with Daniel Dubois in the opposite corner. It's going to get tough when you're getting hit hard, when you maybe start feeling sorry for yourself a little bit. You need somebody like that can penetrate those demons and get you back on track. It's a really good fight.
Last one, reaction to Tyson Fury, that video, the retirement. What do you think, Dave?
I can't have it. I don't know. I understand he's saying, yeah, but I kind of think, no. I don't know if it's hard because my heart says no. I want to see the AJ fight. Please don't retire. So I'm kind of speaking from that where I'm like, no, it can't be. This, tell me it's so. But also you think, well, he knows the game inside out. Bluff your way through. Add a couple of zeros on the end. Get a bigger paycheck. Or is the fight almost made and they want to throw people off the scent and then boom, there it's a big surprise, a big massive announcement? I don't know. But listen, if he's woke up and he said, that's me done, I can't be arsed anymore, then get out, then 100%. And without trying to be detective and trying to look through it, seeing it at face value, and he's retired, he's just woke up and decided he's not got the hunger anymore, get out. Because once you start lacking that desire in this game, you have to get out. It's too hard. And he's done too much, had too hard a career to hang around and chase the dollar for the wrong reasons. He don't need to. He's made an absolute fortune. He's been, an unbelievable fighter. It's just I feel as though, as a fan, I stick my fan hat back on, I need to see that AJ Fury fight because we didn't see the Froch Calzaghe fight and we still talk about it today. It's going to be the same for that, So I hope he has a chance. Don't forget as well, he has retired a few times. So this is why there's another part of you that's thinking, is it the boy that cried wolf? But maybe it is the boy that cried wolf and now he's being serious and that's why he does that bit where you just don't buy it. But we'll see, time will tell.
Stick your boxing head on though, not your fan head. Do you think we will see Tyson Fury in the ring again? What does your gut tell you?
Do you know the problem is? I don't know him well enough. Because I would say, as a fighter, and if he's got an ego about him, which I would say most fighters have, most successful fighters have, and he's always talked about how he'd absolutely bash AJ to bits, smash him to bits, be easy, this is it. I'm sure his ego would be like, I'll go out on that fight rather than going out on the Usyk fights. I'll go out by smashing AJ to bits and putting that to bed, and all the fans will then realise who the daddy is. I think he'll fight him. I do. I hope.
We all hope, Dave. Thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV. Apologies for the voice, and I'll see you soon.